Hey guys, Captain Foley here. Foreign away mission, walk and talk, chit chat, whatever you want to call it. I haven't done much of these. Actually, I haven't gone walking much this year at all. Other past summers, I've gone pretty much a couple times a week. This summer, haven't really felt like it, and kind of regret not doing it. It's been hella hot around here, so I'm telling myself that's one of the reasons that I didn't do it. It's not really the reason, but anyway, I am here now doing a nice walk and talk. 5 people here, that's awesome. Hit the like button, guys. And yeah, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but you know, thought go for a nice walk on this nice evening. It's a beautiful night, and why not have you guys along for our chit chat? So that's kind of where we stand. I'm gonna have to probably put the phone down here for a second, just because there's a kid and his family out on the driveway. And I see that Judge 1981 asked how the Camaro is. The Camaro is good. I actually debated tonight whether to go for a drive or go for a walk. Walk is a lot more healthy and better for me. And plus I won't be burning gas, which is not great for the pocketbook. But yeah, the Camaro is great. That being said, I do need to replace the fuel regulator. But I got a brand new one, a nice chrome one. And the one I have right now has a leaky diaphragm. So it dribbles gas out of it when it's idling, which is not great. But I got a brand new one. I got a Holly fuel regulator. It's chrome, which should be nice. Once we get it installed, me and my buddy Paul, I'll also have to replace the driver's side caliper for the brakes. Already on the passenger side, but not that it needs to be replaced, because it doesn't. It's working fine. But I just replaced the passenger side one because it was seized. And you replace one, you might as well replace both, in my thinking. Plus, it's got new pads on it now, so might as well do new stuff. No, it's pretty simple, especially on a 79 Camaro. Me and my buddy Paul have replaced the passenger side one. Well, Paul did most of the work, obviously. But that being said, we almost replaced the driver's side one, but the morons at CarQuest gave me a caliper for a 1969 Camaro instead of a 79 Camaro. So the one banjo fitting for the brake line was the wrong size. Other than that, it's pretty much identical. And took it back, said this didn't fit. And they're like, oh, well, that's because it's for a 69, not a 79. It's like, you dumbasses. All the parts I get are for a 79. But the lady that was working that night, or that day, she must have just typed it in wrong and grabbed the wrong one. So that's fine. Other than that, the Camaro is great. I need to order new armrest door handles for the inside from CamaroDepot.ca, but they are like $180 for the pair, which isn't that bad, I guess. But funny story, my dashboard was missing 2 screws, 2 screws for the black facing panel, right? So talked to a few people who suggested I go to FACA Fasteners here in town. Oh, they'll have it. The fastener place will have it. And their hex, well, the heads of them, it's using an Allen key to get them out, to unscrew them. So anyway, I take them in there and I'm like, could I get a few of these? You know, I only needed 2, but I wanted to get probably 6, 8, just so I have extras just in case. You know, that's the kind of guy I am. We don't know what this is. We can't order this. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I go to, again, CamaroDepot.ca, which is Canadian. It's in Windsor, so I don't have to pay for customs or shipping from the US. And that's all Camaro parts for any Camaro that you would need. So mine's a 2nd gen, 79. Go to look up the screws on the website. Can't find them. No big deal. I'll call them. Call them up, talk to the lady. She's like, there's lots of screws. We have lots of screws. Can you take a picture of it and email it to me, and then I'll get back to you? I'm like, sure. So I pulled one out, took a picture, and sent it off to her. Literally about 20 minutes later, she calls me back and says, yeah, I found them. Oi, this is a screw. It's about that big. That big. And it is not cold up here at all, Olivia. It's actually a beautiful night tonight. Not too hot. Definitely not too cold. But I'm not sweating my bag off going for a walk, so that's good. So thank you, Olivia, for the $2 super chat. But anyway, so she says, okay, I found the screw. We have 3 of them. 3 of these fucking dashboard screws. It's also for the center shifter bezel. The same kind of screws for that. So she gives me the part number. And she says, okay, yeah, so we have 3, and they're used. I mean, it's a 79 Camaro, 2nd gen. So they kind of get parts where they can. But I'm like, seriously, you have 3 fucking screws, when if I needed all of them to replace it, would be 6 screws, right? So I say, thank you very much. I'm going to go on and order them. I have the part number, go on. So for 3 used screws, how much do you think a screw would cost? Give me an estimate. Like $8. Okay, we're talking per screw here. So 20 bucks, 50 cents, 10 cents. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Judge 1981 is right on. They were $7.99 per screw. I only needed 2. I said, fuck it. They've got 3. I'm ordering 3. So I have 1 extra now. But it's like, seriously, when I bought that car, I was like, okay, parts for these are a dime a dozen. 350 small block, no problem. Back then, there were quite a few 2nd gen Camaros. You could go to the wrecker and find at least 2 or 3 in the junkyard. So it's like, yeah, pull some parts off of it. My dad had a 79, and I thought, okay, it's going to be a car that's going to be easy to look after for the rest of its existence. Fast forward 25 years, you can't find parts for this thing to save your fucking life. Yes, they're on CamaroDepot.ca, but they're pricey. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. Gotta get Foley his Camaro money, $8 a screw, F that. the good thing is it's just from Windsor, which is like an hour and a half away. So shipping was not like basically nothing. And of course, no customs on car parts because it's Canada. So CamaroDepot.ca is a godsend. Judge 1981, $2. Drop a line if you need crap like that mailed to you. Oh, yeah. If I need anything from the States, I'll try to figure something out, Judge. So thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, so $24 later, I think it was 28 after everything. I get 3 screws in the mail, in a big box too. But yeah, the joys of owning a classic car. That's just getting rarer and rarer, by the way. But no, like I said, CamaroDepot.ca is cool because any Camaro, they'll have the parts or know where to get the parts or whatever. So if anybody has a used, old, second-gen Camaro floating around, well, Judge 91, no problem, we have lots of 79s sitting around. Well, there you go. I could use some parts, Judge, if you can get them for cheap. There's a few parts I need specifically, so it's just cosmetic stuff at this point. Like, there's always things that are going to fail on it. We've replaced parts here and there over the last couple of years. I've had it on the road for, well, it was off the road for 18 years, from 2000 to 2018. So, had it on the road for a few years now again, and it's running great. But there's always one or two things that kind of go on an older car, right? Got a little bit of a leaky transmission. A few of the seals are leaking, but Olivia Julius, $2. What do you think of the new Discovery charters? What do you mean, new Discovery charters? I don't know what you're referring to, Olivia. So I can't give you an opinion. New Discovery charters. Characters. Oh. I haven't seen the show yet, so I don't know. I haven't looked at the pre-announcement stuff. I know that there's a Trill character, which she looks kind of cool. I'm excited to see that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't do a read up or anything on the characters, so honestly couldn't tell you. Sounds like somebody's cutting their grass at night. 24 people watching, 11 likes. That's awesome, guys. Hit that like button though. Help me out. So now, before that Discovery question, I was going to segue into something, but I can't remember what it is now. So way to go, Olivia. Show Cap some loving. Hit that like button. Pretend that like button is a clitoris and hit that. Is that too much? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? There's a new non-binary character and trans character. Okay, it doesn't. They're characters. I don't care what orientation they are, but good for them. I don't know why everybody makes such a big deal about that. Yeah, I get representation matters, but as long as it's a good character, I'm on board. I have no prejudice against anybody. So to point that out, like, hey, this character's, a brony. It's like, okay, don't care. Didn't need to know that. Are they well written? Do they have interesting character traits? Are they likable? All I care about. But yes, I am glad that there's more diversity in Star Trek now. So, but maybe if they ran him over. Who ran what? What are you talking about? Yeah, I can tell I haven't done a walk in a while because I'm already kind of out of breath. Getting old and fat. With the emphasis on the fat this year. And I really should have been walking much more than I have been this year, so kind of beating myself up about that. No, I was talking about the Camaro, and a lot of the stuff is cosmetic at this point. Like I said, I got to replace the inner door handles. I need a new headliner. The dashboard, I need new gauges. I want to get some digital analog gauges. So those are like $1,200, but they look fucking fantastic. So those are one of the next things I'm getting. Need to do some touch-ups of the silver trim along my dashboard, but I got like model paint. I'm just going to silver trim that with either silver or chrome or aluminum. Something that looks good. Seats, I would love new seats. I have seat covers on right now, but Foley into darkness. Foley, it's effing fantastic for you to stream. I know, I don't want to. I force myself to A, go on a walk, and B, to stream while doing it. So, gotta get back in the groove somehow. And like I said, just haven't been myself the last 3 weeks. So, well, that being said, the last couple days have been better. And I really should have gone for a drive tonight because it is an absolutely beautiful night for a drive. Maybe when I get back, I'll go for a drive. But yeah. So anyway, the lighting's going to be different now and better. So made $106 mistake. Okay, so both of my cars, the Camaro and the Cruise, are both Decepticons. They got Decepticon decals on them. You know, so found these little aluminum valve stem screw cover thingies with the Decepticon logos on them. Hold on, Rosetta Allen, $5. You helped me through my depression. I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Thank you, Rosetta. Appreciate that. I don't like much talk. I don't much like talking when I'm depressed, though. I'm not that kind of guy. But I'll suffer in silence. But anywho, as I said, so I've got these chrome valve stem screw covers for the tires of the car. Probably 2 years ago. They're on the Camaro, which is fine because the Camaro is a Decepticon. The Camaro never gets winter driven. No salt has ever touched the body of that car. So it's in good shape. The Cruise is my kind of everyday driver. It's the one that it's a 6-speed turbo. But anyway, needless to say, it gets driven in the winter. Lots of salt. iPhone is the devil. Hey, I'm filming on an iPhone right now. iPhone 11 Pro Max. They're amazing. Anyway, long story short, yesterday, washed the Cruise, fine. Realized I need a little bit of air in the front tire, fine. Pulled out my compressor, fine. Went to take off the valve stem, or screw it off. That's fine. It's fucking welded, essentially. Welded to the valve stem. the little cap. And I hate cruise cars. I haven't seen mine yet, and fuck you. I'm allowed to like what I like, and it's not the newest cruise. I hate the style of those. And it's got blacked out taillight. Anyway, long story short, who gives a shit? It's my car, so fuck you. You don't have to like it. No offense. Anywho, what are you, the Cardam Menace? Gonna make fun of people for liking certain cars? I mean, if they're Mustangs, it's understandable, but you know. Anyway, so long story short, the salt basically fused the aluminum to the valve, to the screw, to the threads. Couldn't get them off to save my fucking life. So had to go to just near our place is Beck Tires. They're really good. Anything you need tire wise, like they'll patch a tire for like $20. They can nail out whatever. They're really great. Called them up, said yes, they can do it. They can essentially replace the valve stem. And I'm like, all right, cool. So take the car in there. And they weren't busy, so that's great. Got right in. And about half hour later, it's done, it's fixed. The car is back. And get the charge for it. $106 to replace all 4 of the valve stems. So really stupid, really stupid error on my part. But, you know, live and learn. So if you live in the salt belt, the snow belt, don't buy decorative aluminum valve stem thingies for your tires, because they will fuse on, and the only way to get them off is to have them professionally done or ground off. You can grind the edge of them just down to the threads, and then use like a monkey wrench and twist them off, and then use a rethreader to thread again. So $2. Yippee, you cursed at me. Teasing goal unlocked. Hugs. Teasing goal. No, you meant that you didn't like cruises, and that's fine. That's fine. But cruise is totally paid off now, so I don't have car payments. Got 2 cars. They're both Chevys. One's, like I said, a 6-speed standard, which I love. I love driving a standard. It's actually driving. And I think in another year, maybe 2, I'll be getting a new car. I'm thinking of a brand new Nissan Maxima, because I love the Maximas. Or, crazy idea, I'm thinking of getting a Camaro, like probably a 5th gen Camaro. Maybe one of the newer ones, maybe one of the 6th gen, but kind of prefer the look of the 5th gen retro style. But that would have to be a V8. And one of the things I like about the Cruise is it's good on gas. So when I drive down to Wonderfest, you know, from here to Kentucky, which is like a 7.5 hour drive, I don't kill myself on gas. So I do want to get another Camaro. Sylvia wants me to get another Camaro. But then it's like, okay, I got 2 V8s in the driveway. Yes, the new one will be more fuel efficient, but for fuck's sakes. So I don't know what I'm doing yet with that, but right now I'm just enjoying the cruise and having no car payments. And anyway, hopefully you guys learned from my stupid misadventures. Speaking of Camaros, there's a nice red one right there. Currently the mods are having a chat in the moderator chat on Messenger, and I can't really look at it right now. So I don't know what they're talking about. But they're professionals. Professional what? I don't know, but they're professionals. 31 people watching me take a walk. You guys are awesome. And 20 likes. Can I get more likes? I think we can. Hit that like button, guys. So now, I've talked about my Camaro, talked about my stupidity with trying to be fancy and have fancy aluminum stem covers. Anyway, the Camaro has them, but they're not fused because the car never gets winter driven, so. And they're nice and smooth, and they go on and they come off. I'm lying in bed asleep. You're less boring than I am. Right. Anywho, so now, so what do you guys want to talk about? Hey, Captain, we need to kill bugs in Farpoint soon. Yeah, that was one of the things I considered doing tonight instead of a live walk and talk. It was a VR thing, but again, let's go for a walk, get some healthy points, get some fitness in, you know, and yeah. Hey, don't judge me for my choice in cars. I missed something. I don't know what car you're talking about. Oh, Captain, do you like scenic pictures? I mean, yes, but anybody can take a scenic picture. I've taken some nice scenic pictures. It's not like it's an art, even though a lot of people will tell you it's an art form. Let's see, do I go that way? Do I go that way? Yeah, I'll go this way. It's gonna get dark again soon, so you won't be able to see me as well, which is probably fine, because I'm hideous. Look at that. That's hot. Yeah, so what do you guys want to talk about? Shoot me a topic. Let me know how I can entertain you. Don't start putting down my photography work. I wasn't putting down your photography work. You asked if I like scenic pictures, and I'm like, yes. But they're a dime a dozen. I probably got 1,500 on my phone. I find them all kind of, like, they're really great for like a second or two, and then it's like, oh, okay. So I wasn't putting down your work. I didn't know you were talking about your work. You just asked if I like scenic pictures. And I told you. Hey, Cap, nice night out. It is a beautiful night out, yes. And it's extremely busy for some reason. For a Wednesday. Which is odd. But super windy here. Well, it's not windy here, Mr. Devin Larson. Nature? Yeah, like what kind of scenic pictures? Nature pictures? Pictures of a sunset, pictures of a bird, pictures of a lake, pictures of a naked woman lounged on a couch. You know, draw me like one of your French girls, Jack. You know, that kind of thing. What do we got going on? Scenic pictures is kind of vague. Mark Lawrence, $5. Hey, Cap. Ever going to do any more Star Trek Online live streams? I mean, yes, at some point. But again, don't have a lot of time to play Star Trek Online. And plus, it seems every time I do it from the computer downstairs, there's problems with OBS. So, I do want to. That is the intended goal, but I'm not sure when. How do you get clothes on the animals? Ha! Gotta have some fun with that Camaro. When does Star Trek? Oh yes. Thanks to Mark. He gave me an awesome birthday gift. Got me a lifetime membership for Star Trek Online, which means I got a Camaro, USS Camaro, or the Manticore class, which I love. It's one of my favorite ships, so thank you very much, Mark. And yes, I've, of course, claimed it and named it, but I can't remember what the hell I named it. I just haven't used it in the game yet. So, goes to show you how much I play. But I do appreciate your generosity in that regard, my friend. So thank you. 35 people watching, 28 likes. We can get 7 more likes, guys. The USS Andromeda is huge. It's huge. So like I said, there's 3 more street lights of the bright ones, and then it's going to get dark again. So, Captain Foley, give us that Shatner impersonation or impression. I don't know what you mean. I'm not really good at Shatner. It's just a fact. Yeah, I'm not good at Shatner. Just not good at impressions overall. I don't even make a good impression myself. You know, look at this. Look at this. I'm fat. Look at this. This line here bothers me because I put on some weight in the face. I don't like it. Can you do Spock? No. No, Mr. Leonard Nimoy, I cannot do Spock. Just the eyebrow raise, which a lot of people can't raise one eyebrow apparently, but it's a thing I can do even though I don't have eyebrows. Even though I do have eyebrows. You can see them, there they are. They're blonde. So at first glance, it doesn't look like I have eyebrows, but I do. Little known fact, Captain Foley has eyebrows. They're just invisible. It's the new cloaking eyebrow technology. Any other impressions? No. I'm not good with accents. I'm not good with impressions, guys. Sorry. There's probably a few I can do. I just can't think of them offhand. McCoy. Nope, can't do McCoy to save my life. You green-blooded inhuman. Does the Borg exist in the latest Star Trek Online time frame after the Iconian War? I don't know. If you could be in any Star Trek fan series, which one would it be? What do you mean fan series? Like a fan film thing? Probably Star Trek Avalon, they're pretty good. I would like to be in any fan film. And I might have some coming up. Who knows? I certainly don't know. Do you know? Are you going to do a review of Alone Together? No, I am not. We are not. Maybe once you've reviewed all the Star Trek shows, then maybe we'll do that kind of stuff. But until then, negative. Olivia Julius, $2. Here is some money for the pug. Thank you, the pug appreciates it. Judge 1981, night night. I don't know if you're leaving, Judge, but good night, sir. So it's kind of foggy out tonight. You can see the moon there behind the fog. Okay, I'm off like a cheap prom dress. This is not surprising, Rosetta. I personally would say I'm off like a used condom, but, you know. Have a good night, Rosetta. Thank you for tuning in. How did I meet Samuel? Bye, sweetie. Samuel was watching one of my videos. He was watching some of my movie reviews back when I did movie reviews and model builds on my channel, my personal channel. And watched a review for Star Trek 2 and liked it. Learned a few things that he didn't know, which was surprising. So he's like, I like this guy. I had mentioned it was my birthday coming up, so he made me an animation for the beginning of my videos. It said Captain Foley. I had a Constitution class, an original one, and went to Warp. And we started talking. He made a few more animations for me, and then we decided, hey, we both like ships. You're a Canadian. I'm a Canadian. You're a Brit. Let's create a web series called Trekyards that focuses on the ships and tech. A show that we ourselves, as fans of ships, would like to watch. And that's how Trekyards came about. And the first few years were great. We blew up. We went really well. Our subscriber count was really good. Very, very big builds. Got invited to conventions, lots of things. Got to meet, got Doug Drexler and a few other, Rick Sternbach, John Aves on the show. Became friends with them. And then we're coming up on 6 years in October that we're doing this. And we're at almost 55,000 subscribers right now. We were up to 57 like 2 years ago. And then YouTube did a clean out. We went down. And ever since then, our subscriber count has just been just a slow fucking crawl. And a lot of other YouTubers that know us say that Trekyards is grossly undersubscribed to, and I have to agree. But that being said, like I said, it's going to be 6 years. October 14th will be 6 years for Trekyards. Steve Shives, who I think makes pretty good videos, especially Star Trek related, obviously. He's been doing this for 10 years and finally hit 100,000 subscribers. So it's possible we'll get to 100,000. I really want to. That's my goal, to get to 100,000. But every time there's a new series, like when Discovery started, when Picard started, we get a big boost. Lower Decks hasn't been quite a big a boost so far. But Fleet Pause back $2, 38 watching and 35 likes. 38 watching and 35 likes. Very nice. Olivia Julius, $2. Here's to the best Star Trek channel on YouTube. Well, thank you, Olivia. That's the other thing. When we started, we were the only weekly Star Trek content. There was no new Star Trek on the air. There was no new Star Trek on the horizon. We did at least 3 shows a week. No real YouTube channels talking about Star Trek. So we prided ourselves on that. And if you watch our first year of videos, we're we pride ourselves on being on the only weekly Star Trek content around. New Star Trek content. And then Discovery got announced, and then blah, 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 which is good for us because it keeps us busy. And but now every Tom, Dick, and asshole has a fucking Star Trek YouTube channel on YouTube, and we're kind of getting nudged out. So we're like the grandpas of the Star Trek YouTubes. I mean, I'm sure there are some other ones, but it wasn't weekly content, But now you got so many channels. Lore Reloaded, Anti-Trekker, Captain Trek, German Trekkie, Irish Trekkie, Trek Collector. All these guys started up pretty much all of them after Trekyards. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, whether we inspired them or not. A lot of them we had on our show and helped out. Space Dock, perfect example. Space Dock started a few years after we did. And had him on the show to talk about some NX era ships and stuff, help him out. And because we had a lot more subscribers than him, then his channel blew up. And now he doesn't even talk to us. So, help people out, and it kind of backfires right in your face. But that's okay. We still help people out. We still help people on our channel all the time. So, anyway. Are there any you consider to be straight up rip-offs of you? No. Absolutely none. None have like the two host dynamic. None talk about specifically ships. Not that we don't see, we don't talk about specifically ships anymore, because after a few years you kind of run out of ships. There's still a lot we have to do, but so we got into the episode reviews and just generally talking Trek. We tried out a few different things over the years. So yeah, there are still ships to do, but there's no real straight up rip-off of Trekyards at all. I guess the only real rip-off of Trekyards is Fleetyards, and that's run by those two fucking idiots, Captain Foley and Commander Cockings or something. Yeah, those guys, they look like us, they talk like us, same backdrops as us, Fleetyards. How original is that? Instead of Star Trek ships, it's all ships from all sci-fi. Fleetyards. The fuck. And anyway, we don't do a lot of videos focusing on ships and stuff really anymore. I mean, every Saturday is still a ship-related thing. Usually, Trekyards Originals is a big one, where fans do their own ships. And, but they just don't get the views we need, so that's why we don't do a lot of... If we had more Patreon money and more monthly income, we could spend more time doing stuff we know won't make money. So, but... Leonard Nimoy says, would you ever accept a role in a fan film? Yes, as I said, there might be some Captain Foley fan film moments coming up sometime. Fleet Paw, Swiftback, $2. Here's to OJ, the most important Trekyardian. Olivia Julius, Trekyards VIP. Without her, there would be no Trekyards. Scott Hellfree, $5. Any thoughts on Kowalski busking Doomcock? Faking supposed sources for false Trek news. I think it's fucking hilarious. I'm so sick of the hate channels that just spew rumors and hate and get way more subscribers than us, way more views than us, when their content after a week is dead because nobody gives a shit. But they get the views, they get the clicks, they get the clickbait. So yeah, I love that their sources are being proven inaccurate. There's a point where Doomcock and I were talking a little bit, and I'm like, I think I know who your source is, if you have a source. And trust me, they're reliable, maybe 12% of the time. Because there's a guy that has been kind of talking to us over the years that tries to give us all this inside information that never proves to be true. But anyway, Doomcock said it's okay, he didn't believe me or whatever, so he went and did his own thing, which is fine. And so yeah, I think it's fucking hilarious that they're proved to be a little bit of a full of shit. Olivia Julius, $2. Here's to Fleet Paw, the head janitor of the bridge. Is there anything Star Wars does better than Trek? Probably pacing. Pacing and I say storytelling, kind of, because it's kind of got that fantasy element to it. It's science fantasy, it's not science fiction. So, but they both have their strong points for sure. I won't say one is better than the other because they're both good in their own ways. So, but yeah, what an interesting discussion this has been. I'm coming back up on my street now. Just did a walk around a fairly big block. And probably about half the length of the walks that I was doing last year or the year before. But that's okay. I need to ease myself back into the walking routine. Especially now that it's not fucking brutally hot out. Anyway. Pretty moon tonight. Yes, it is. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. Looks like it might be a full moon, at least close to a full moon. So, anyway, just turning back on my street. Would you like a Shatner comeback? If done properly. But Elon Musk with question mark. Hello, Elon. I could use $1 million. I'm sure you can spare it. It would really help Trekyards out. Get some of those projects we've had rolling around in our heads for a while out the door. It'd be great. Do you watch Steven Universe, my guy? No, I have not watched any Steven Universe. So, sorry. Should be able to see Jupiter and Saturn on the right of the moon as well. Normally I would say yes. I've seen them a few times this year, obviously. But tonight it's a little foggy and a little bit cloudy. The moon's kind of obscured by some clouds and stuff tonight. So, can you sing? No. I mean, I do kind of sing sometimes, but it's pretty awful. And I think karaoke should be outlawed because it's fucking awful. But no, I would say no, I do not sing. Not off the top of my head, I don't know the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, but I've seen the Leonard Nimoy video of it. Really attractive ladies in that one too. Klingon opera might work. I'm gonna say no to that. But Cap, she's lost that love and feeling. Oh, Brad, you had to do it. She's lost that love and feeling. No, she hasn't. She has not lost that goose. Yeah. I hate it when she does that. Shit. You lost that love and feeling. Speaking of, I need to do a review of Top Gun before Top Gun 2 Maverick comes out. Brad, you should join me for that. We should do a review together. That could be funny. You could be Tom Cruise. You could be Maverick. I could be Iceman. Yeah. That's good. We could, should, would, and will do it. Yeah, you've lost that love and feeling. She's lost that love and feeling. No, she hasn't. She has not lost that. Shit, I hate it when she does that. Yeah. Hail at Trekyards. It's DJ Odyssey, everybody. All hail DJ Odyssey. Do a Trekyards top 10 red shirts that died. Well, Mr. Leonard Nimoy, Trekyards is one word, not two. And we've done a bunch of top 10 shows, and they were really fun to do. But viewership wasn't great with them, so we kind of stopped them. So, but yeah, top 10 red shirt deaths. That's actually pretty funny. That'd be interesting. Oh, look what I see. It's a bunny rabbit. Oh no, bunny. Have you ever watched Star Trek porn? Yes, this ain't Star Trek, my friend. Sorry, my phone autocorrects Trekyards to 2 words. I know, but you got to teach it to be 1 word. So did any of you see my epic cameo in the Trekyards 20 Things You Didn't Know About the Motion Picture? Captain Foley's in that. Anyway, there's my Decepticon cruise. Here's the Camaro, of course, which needs to be cleaned. But, yeah, see? These ones are the same. These are the aluminum valve stem covers that corroded on the cruise because of salt. But look at moth. But the Camaro never gets winter driven, never sees salt. So, god damn it, get back on there. There we go. And there's Sylvia's Ultima and my Decepticon cruise. Anti-Trekker and Life with Matthew are having a thing now. Maybe jump in. Maybe. But look, Camaro. I don't know if I want to jump in another live stream. I think I just probably want to watch some YouTube and chillax. Look at this. Look how dirty this is. You know what I mean? My depression's so bad I haven't been in the mood to clean this or drive it or anything. Which is a shame because it's beautiful. But there's another. Anywho, very dirty. I need to clean it. Ooh. So let's go in the house and be attacked by dogs. What do you watch YouTube mostly about tech history? Mustangs don't look better though. Of course they don't. Hi puppies. Okay. Why don't you got your little happy to see eaters? Let's see. Look at that. Okay, shh. Dot. Look, she pulled all of her toys out and made a mess of the blankets. This is her toy box, which is supposed to be tucked under there with all the toys in it, but she pulled it out and pulled out all the toys because she's been a bad girl. You want to play, don't you? Oh, she definitely wants to play, Curtis. Come here. Give it. Doggo monies, Precious and Dot. Thank you, Fleetpaw. They like you, Peg. What's this? This used to be a pig, but it's been destroyed. Look at the mess you made. Did you make this mess? Did you make this mess? Look at the mess you made. How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself. Dot, why'd you let her make a mess? Sit. Good girl. Shake a paw. Shake a paw. Good girl. Other paw. Good girl. Come here. Okay. Roll over. Oh. No, don't fight. Precious, go lay down. Dot, roll over. You don't like rolling over with Precious. Anyway. There you have it, guys. A crazy adventure and walk. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Not that much was said or anything, but hopefully you had a good time. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap. It's been just about an hour, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in and coming out, and hit that like button before you leave. Absolutely right, Curtis. But thank you guys so much, and I'll try to do more of these if you guys are interested. Again, I don't always talk about Star Trek. There's a lot of other stuff. So join my Captain Foley personal channel, because there's going to be more videos on there soon. I promise. Okay, so anyway, that's it, guys. Bye, everybody.